I should
We're
go
live.
live on. I think I'm live on Instagram.
Are you? Yo, my
Yeah.
Instagram's not going live.
Is it? Yeah,
Don't
makes
know
no
why.
sense.
Oh, damn. I just exited out and I think it was about to go live.
You want to try again?
I'll try again while we're here. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Friday. Don't mind me.
Real Estate Unwrapped every Friday at 11. Okay, we've been doing this for years. Years. Now.
Years. We've been doing this for year.
Oh my God.
Yo.
How you doing, Ed?
Good, Gigi. I appreciate you asking, man. How
Yeah.
are you doing? How's things at the office? How's things in the spring market?
That's what we're gonna discuss. Actually, still a little bit tight, but loosening up a little bit. We'll discuss
Yeah.
that. Um, I'm seeing like what you call that analysis paralysis. Like the agents are getting like so caught up with the news, the big news, and it's like, come on, it's business as usual. We need to help out clients out there, sellers, buyers. Let's forget about the laws are the laws, right? There's nothing. Let's go with the change, and that's it. It is what it is.
We
We
gotta we
can't
gotta be
care,
chameleons.
huh?
We gotta be chameleons. We gotta flow. We gotta flow like water.
Yeah, exactly. And if you've been doing a good job as an agent, you've been trained, you've been doing the right thing, those changes are not going to affect you much because all that supposedly lack of disclosure and so on and so forth. If again, you should have been disclosing your agency and who is represented how and how you're gonna compensate other agent if you want to do that or if not, and commission is still negotiable. End the story, guys.
It's
Not
always been negotiable.
complicated. Huh?
So it's always been negotiable.
Yeah,
We're independent contractors. You
exactly.
dictate the price that your services are worth. And don't ever let somebody tell you something, man. I had a conversation the other day. We got a new listing, signed it, and somebody had
Yeah,
the audacity to bring up the whole NAR case. Talk about,
everybody will bring it. Yeah.
oh, you
Hold
got the
on.
listing, but not
Yeah.
for 6%, right? Come on, man.
So
What
no,
does it matter?
this is where it gets to me. Like, do we tell loan officers how much we even do we even go to them and say, yo, how much are you making off of this loan? Do we tell attorneys how much you're making? I mean, a few changes happen. The
Why is it
agency, the property condition disclosure, this nothing, and whatever. It's all good.
Why is it easy to ask a realtor how much they're making on a deal, but you can't ask nobody else? Like everyone
I
else in any other
know. I
in
know.
their industry, it's like, no, you don't ask that question.
No, I know.
Everybody's
I
different,
know.
man. Remember, you pay for what you get. If you're a consumer
Oh
out
yeah.
there and you're out here saying, yeah, you know what, this is good, we pay less
Then we
let me tell
get
you something.
less.
You're gonna get less. All
You get
right.
no service. It's
Point blank.
great.
I had a Jamaican friend. I have a terrible Jamaican accent, but I had a Jamaican friend that
No,
he
don't
told
do
me
don't
that.
do the don't please don't do the
Ah,
accent.
what do you mean? Don't do it. I
No,
was born in
don't.
Jamaica,
No,
Jamaica, Queens.
okay, good. This one, yes.
No, but he just simply said, he's like, I remember. He said that he remember his father always telling him that if you take the cheap route, it's gonna cost you more.
In the end, yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, at the end of
But
the day, they're not paying commission up front. You're investing your money on the property. If you're on the listing end, you're taking money out of your pocket to invest in the property. So don't be scared about it. All right.
no, no.
Don't act like spring right now, because spring isn't even fighting to keep up. I can't believe the first day of spring was literally 3 days ago, and it feels like the first day of winter.
3 days ago, was it yesterday? The 20
Come on, it was the
was it?
19th. Between the
Since when
19th and the
is
20th. That's what it said. It was like some random hours. I Googled it.
who
Talk to
who?
Google.
I
Who
thought
chose it? Google.
I
Please
thought
Google.
spring was March 21st. The hell?
Okay. Even if it was March 21st,
Yesterday was freezing.
and today is even worse.
I know. It was like, oh, March 29. It's a spring is like a 3 day thing nowadays. Is that no?
It's the spring solstice, right? Is that what it is? The spring solstice?
Oh, we're going holistic. Oh,
Yo,
so
I don't even know what's happening
we have
anymore,
to
to
be
be honest.
politically correct. I
I'm done with that.
forget.
I'm done with being politically correct.
So okay, so now we're going with the astronomy, with the actual, like the solstice, the placement of the Earth, the actual. Okay, okay, I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. But it's okay.
Well, in other news, folks, we'll be tapping into a few topics, I think. We're gonna keep this kind of a
One,
broad.
we're gonna take one big one,
We're gonna
which
take
let's go
a bunch
back
of
to.
topics.
No, one. It's like the dialogue, the conversation is like, is it a good time to sell? And some people are like, nah, the rates, nah, the this, nah, the that, the economy, the this, the that.
Come on, folks.
It's apparently not a good time to sell, but if you're gonna look at statistics in the Queens Long Island region, actually the home price in Nassau County has never been as high.
Yo,
What
there's
is it,
there,
seven
there
hundred
was
plus
there
on
was bidding
average?
wars taking place literally 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. We didn't even start the spring market, and there was bidding wars. If you look online, social media, and you follow some of these agents, or some of you guys that are watching us right now, man, I've seen some of the posts you guys have put. Attending open houses are starting to look like those open houses after the pandemic.
Yes.
How crazy is that?
Yes. So if this is not a sign that it's good time to sell, we're gonna give you some other ideas. Okay. Because the demand is high. Okay, I know we're
Very high.
facing some issues. The interest rate are still higher, right?
Hmm.
It's not even about the interest rate. You know what is the biggest problem?
What?
Because the interest rate are pretty much average from over the last 40 years. It's affordability that is a problem.
Mm.
Is how affordable those mortgages are. And that is where the biggest issue is. And to me, this is why I'm like, let's go a little bit deeper than just talking about rates, because it's not about that. I don't know if you agree with me.
I do.
It's, to a lot of people, especially with lower down payment, are priced out of purchasing a home because the
Mm.
prices in New York are really way above. I was gonna go on MLS and find the average, because now I still want to know
You want to share your
the
screen for that?
uh
You want
no,
to share
I'm
your
gonna be
screen?
on my iPad. I'm just gonna say it.
Ah,
The average, I think, was it like 720 on an
right.
average in Nassau. The
I can
last
tell you right
quarter
now.
was freaking amazing, and of course nothing is working. It's amazing. I know.
Oh wow. MLS is asking me to change my credentials. All right.
Oh,
All of a sudden, my password doesn't want to work. Wow.
I know. Let me go in that. But
Anywho.
seriously, so we are in a very favorable situation for residential sales, 1 to 3 family house. Let's say, and for home sellers, right now we are in a seller's market.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
versus a seller's market is basically when there is less than the 6 month inventory on the market. And I think right now, average nationwide, we're at 3 month inventory. So really, really strong sellers market, not
Yep.
enough properties for sale. Let me go into those MLS market reports quickly. Nassau. I don't even want to do the Long Island accent. I'm going to sound so weird. Um, so for oh, okay, new listings, closed sales. Where are the prices? Oh gosh, I can't. It doesn't give you it giving you a graph, but you don't see the
Share it. Share the
so
screen.
silly. No, I don't want to share my screen because
Come
this makes
on.
no it makes no sense. I can't read this.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. Mind me, I'm just trying to log into my. Oh my god, why is it all of a sudden not working? Anywho, forget MLS. No, let me stop. Don't forget MLS. Forget NAR. That's what we should forget.
Okay, December 2023, we were at everything combined, co-op condos, Nassau, in Nassau, single family home, 1 to 4 family home, 705.
Jeez,
Pretty, yeah,
705. And
yeah,
that's combined. You said co-op condos and
yeah,
single
yeah,
families.
yeah, yeah. And then if you're gonna go with everything, $725,000 average
Jeez.
price. It's pretty amazing. I mean, that's way up there, considering that you also have to add your taxes in this, right?
Hmm. Yep.
Right? So you have to take in consideration all those different factors. Actually, we got the idea, Ed and I, to actually discuss, is it a good time to sell, based on we like to look at keeping current matters metrics once in a while,
Hmm.
and taking in consideration that we are in this very, very strong sellers market. You, as a seller, you should be, oh, granted, your house is ready for sale, there is no material defects or anything that could challenge the sale, and is priced properly, you should go to contract pretty quickly,
Yeah,
right?
you should.
And if you're looking to, I mean, if you're looking also at did you, I don't know if you read some core logics over the last couple of months, reports and statistics about the average home equity in homeowners with a mortgage in America. The average equity is $298,000. So if you're
Wow.
selling just based on that, you could be selling and walking away with a nice chunk of money. And this is nationwide. Nationwide average property price is definitely not 725,
Correct.
right? So those factors are important to consider. And then, to me, it's like, put aside the interest rate. What are your needs in life, right?
Correct. What are you looking for?
What you need to do. Do you need to downsize? Are your kids in college? Well, that's me in my age group, the older folks. Are you relocating? Are you retiring?
Are you
Are
starting a
you
new life? Did you meet your special significant other? Or
right
is
for
your
you?
family
Are you having
expanding?
a child? Do
Yeah,
you
right.
need to, all this it has to be taken into consideration. And
Yeah,
then,
and then
because
I would also keep in mind, to your point, right? This is all emotional. When people start looking to purchase things and looking to buy something or go through that process, it's an emotional process for them, right? So looking for this sense of urges or needs that they need, right? Like I had a family that was living in an apartment, big family. The apartment was too small for them. They had issues with the landlord. This is all emotional stuff. They're
yeah,
trying to find the right place. Does this make sense?
yeah,
Right? So at that point, think about it. If you're crammed up, if your client is, I'm just gonna put it out there. If they're crammed up in an apartment and in a space, the family's too big, they need to upgrade. It gets to the point where the interest rate is not going to be a factor. You know what I mean? It gets to a point where it's like, all right, well, I want to live a more comfortable life. I want to be able to give my kids more space. I want them to run around in the front yard, backyard, better school district, whatever the case might be. So these things or these needs or wants
factors, yeah.
is what we need to focus on. Stop focusing on the rates. Why? If you're a lender, that's fine. That's your job. But if you're an agent, like you're gonna walk around and talk about rates, like
All
I'm
day long,
sorry,
I know.
stay in your lane. It's
Right.
good if you know the information, right? Keep it, know it for yourself. Perfect. But don't go out there and then try to speak of another position or profession just because it works alongside with you. Don't go and try to speak about that. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it happen where lenders come in and they're talking to the buyers about loans and this and that, and then they want to jump into a conversation about seller's concession and how you can get additional money. Dude, what are you doing? That has nothing to do with you. Don't bring that up. Don't let's not let talk to me first about that stuff. Let's
Yeah.
have that conversation. It's not that I don't want to help the client. Is that think about it. If we're jumping into a market the way Gigi's explaining right now, right? Things are flying off the shelf. Lines are through the roof. Everybody's there. Do you honestly believe, put yourself in the seller's shoes? Do you honestly believe that if someone came in with a low offer and asking for seller's concession in that market, if it's going to work? We're basically giving them a false promise. Let's keep it real. You know
Right.
what I mean? Speak your job, and that's it. If they come out and say, "Hey, I heard you can get a sales concession," hey, have that conversation with your agent. They're in the market. They're the ones that are out there. They're the ones that are specialized in that, right? I
Well,
talk to
and
you about
especially
mortgage,
now with the new environment, and I'm going to speak to agents. We're still going to have a big chunk of demographic with lower down payments that are going to need
of course.
concessions, and those require a lot of work. And this is where having this working on an exclusive basis with this buyer might come in handy. You
Mhm.
may have to go and solicit for sell by owners, or you're going to have to go and solicit people that didn't even think to go on the market. So right before they go officially on the market on MLS, you can
Mhm.
probably hit those sellers and be able to broker a deal that is acceptable to that seller and that buyer as well. But you're gonna have to you're gonna have to do some work. Definitely has to
See,
do some work, and it's
I'm glad you
always
said that.
going back. Yeah,
I'm glad you said that because guess what? If you guys are paying attention to what Gigi just said, literally, that is what we're gonna need moving forward as a buyer's agent, right? Like, what are you doing for them, right? If you don't show any value, 100%, you're gonna have a hard time locking in these deals. So how valuable is that? Oh, you don't want to sign a buyer's agency exclusivity? Well, this is what you're limited to. If
yeah,
you hire me as your exclusive agent, as your exclusive advisor, guess what? I'll be able to open these doors that you're not going to have access to. I can go tap into the for sale by market. I can actually physically go market in these areas that you're looking for and say, hey, I have a fully qualified buyer who's
yeah,
vetted and everything. This is they're looking for a home like yours. Are you thinking about selling? Right? No one is going to do that being a regular buyer's agent, not even a buyer's agent. You're a regular agent handling a customer. They're not going to do that for you.
yeah.
You hire an agent, they're going to do that for you.
Right. And then I think it's like, is it a good? Let's go back to sellers. Is it a good time to sell? Yes. Is to me, I think it's time. It's time to sell. Are we gonna? I think we're gonna hit a point where, because of affordability, and this is
Mhm.
where there is no, let's forget about the market crash and all this nonsense. This is not going to happen. We have so much demand, this is not going to happen. But you're still having this factor of home affordability when it comes to mortgages. And because some buyers may be able to have more cash, especially the millennial, if their baby boomer parents help them out. And it's been the case a lot. Thank
Yep.
God for that situation where baby boomers are very comfortable financially
Mm.
as a group, right? Compared to other group. But it's we sort of, I think we pretty much at the optimum. We're still gonna see a little bit of price increase. And as the rates go down, I'll see maybe more sales happening. People are going to be want to go on the market more later
Mm.
on this year. And because you're going to have more houses on the market, prices are not going to increase as rapidly as it's been doing lately, right? If,
Mhm.
if you see what I'm saying, because you're going to have a lot more competition as a seller. It's going to be great for the buyers, but you're not going to be able to maximize. So my advice, if you were planning on selling this year, do it this quarter.
Mhm.
Do it before the summer market. Don't wait to see what's going to pan out on the elections. Just do it.
Yeah.
Job market is doing good. I don't know. Everybody was saying, oh, like the unemployment rate and stuff like that. I think if you're really thinking about it, we're doing okay.
I
There
mean,
is,
you'd have to. Every case is different. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to sit there and analyze yourself. You know what I mean? The rules and the structure that these lending firms have in place for you to qualify for a loan are there to make sure that we don't go through what happened back in 2008. Now,
Exactly.
now fast forward to this time. If you go through the process and you get a pre-approval, hypothetically, let's say it's a 500K pre-approval, what would I do in that sense? I wouldn't go look for something and max it out at 500K. Give yourself a cushion. If you're okay with a 10, 20, 30% cushion, instead of looking for something that is exactly at that number, because keep in mind, you also have to keep the property taxes in mind. They
Yeah, we're
fluctuate
talking
depending
about
on the areas
buyers
that
as
you're
this
in.
one for this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm because as you mentioned the sellers, I'm just kind of jumping back into the buyer side,
Yeah.
just kind of bouncing back and forth.
But for
But
the sellers, if you're gonna, you have to have the right balance. Assess the market condition, which in our area are really favorable when you're selling a house. When
mhm,
co-op with co-ops, it's a different market, different pockets, different demands on different type of products, different area, and so on and so forth. So that's really hyper local when it
mm,
comes to the co-ops. When it comes to the houses, take in consideration the market condition. Okay, yeah, sure, the rates and so on and so forth. Is it low inventory? How favorable is that to me? Usually pretty favorable because you're gonna have a big pool of buyers to choose from. So it's to your advantage. Is it
mhm,
gonna last throughout the year? Not sure. And also, what are your personal circumstances? Where you're at in your life. Can you wait? Do you want to wait? Or
yeah,
is this the right time to make the move? It all has to be about that. Is this the right time to make the move? Am I going to sell at a good price? You don't want to wait always for, like there was this fable about the fisherman waiting for, he's going into a river and gets this huge fish and say, oh my God, if I wait a little bit more, I'll get even a bigger fish. Then passes by like a huge, even bigger fish. Is like, holy crap! Let me just get the next one. And then all of a sudden, the fish start
are
going
getting
smaller
smaller,
and smaller until the guy spends the whole day, and then all the fish are gone,
and
and
he
he
finds a little
missed
baby
out.
fish.
Exactly. So that's the same. Like, don't
Yeah,
wait. Take in consideration your needs, market condition. Can you do it? Do you have enough um, equity? What's your bottom line? Does it
yeah,
make sense for you? If you're going to need to downsize, upsize, if it's downsizing, it's still going to cost you a little bit more. Yes, but guess what? Mortgage rates can be refinanced, and if you put a large down payment, you can have a mortgage for less than 30 years. You can have lower rate, and it can always be refinanced when the time is right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like what you mentioned there because it's funny. I saw in Keeping Current Matters, they actually posted kind of a graph, and it says that if you're someone potential, this is a potential growth in household wealth over the next 5 years based solely on increased home equity if you purchased a $400,000 home in January of 2024. So they're talking about this year, what they're projecting over the next what is this
5 years.
for 5 years?
Yeah.
What they're projecting is that you can have a potential household growth of $83,000
In 5 years.
in
That's
five
pretty
years.
good. That's pretty good. Close to 100 grand in 5 years. I mean, it's like 25%, or let's say 20, 80, 83. That's freaking great. That's amazing.
So imagine, and in five, I'm not saying you're going to pay down the hell of your loan in 5 years, but if you're going to pay something down in 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So you're also paying down the loan, and the equity or the value of the property, the house goes up. So all of these are factors that play a role. You know what I mean?
But
Like
you know what? I mean, you can pay down your principal
you can.
by making extra payments to
Hmm.
your principal,
Correct.
because
I
the
heard.
first few years of your mortgage is basically interest.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna make extra payment and you put it on the check, or when you call the bank and you make your payment, you can make the payment on the phone, and it's easier because all those stuff automatic online. I don't even know. Not all
Mhm.
the banks have Like, are you extra payment towards the principal? Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, you
But you're
can break it
able
down.
to, if you're going to talk to customer service at your bank, you're going to be able to make that extra payment towards your principal,
Yep.
therefore being able to shorten the life of your mortgage.
Of your
Therefore, it's going
loan.
to be costing you less money in interest.
Correct. Because you're paying basically the back of the loan.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got to do the calculations, but I remember hearing that if you just take one of your monthly payments, so you make 12 payments a year, if you make 13 payments, that 13 payments, you just pay it towards the principal.
Yeah.
It chops down a good amount of years
Yeah.
if you do
It,
that every single year,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So
Um,
check out with your loan officer,
I'm about to make
when
a
you're
large payment.
selling and looking to purchase right after. There are some strategies you can have,
Yeah,
to easily ward off the high interest rate and so on and so forth.
yeah,
You just need to have the right advice and
correct.
be with the right consultant, the right professional.
The right peoples.
Yep.
I like it.
That's it. I don't have much to say today, but is it a good time to sell? Hell yes, like Ed would say.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Let me
Listen,
see. I'm
e-
getting, hold on. I'm getting some KVCO alert to set up some some alerts for
more
buyers
alert.
whoever came into my
Open house.
my CRM. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, so
yeah. So
we're not gonna harp on that any longer. But I'm glad you brought it up because everybody was talking about different things the same topic this week.
no, let's go back. Eyes on the ball. That's all
Eyes on the ball.
let's forget the noise. Because while, everybody's talking and doing what in the end? Like,
Listen,
what is the goal
by
really?
next week, everybody's gonna forget.
I don't know about that, but let's keep our eye on the ball. We're in
By
this business to help
by
our
next month,
people.
everybody's gonna forget.
Uh, let's see. We're here to help people buy and sell. We're here to, basically be the best we can be, the most educated, like the more obviously, and be able to give the most value to the consumers out there. Let's raise the bar. We still don't
Yeah,
have much of a good reputation. It's kind of sad. Let's be
I feel like every time something major occurs,
I
they
know,
blame the
like
realtors.
it's like we're sleazebags. What the hell is that?
Yeah,
I,
the
I feel,
pandemic hit.
I feel,
The pandemic hit. We were on what was it? State of emergency, and we couldn't even make a call.
I know,
Come on, man. What are we gonna do?
I know, I know,
Like who? What are we gonna do on the phone? Give you COVID? Come on, man.
I know, I know. But you could have made care calls. Hello, I care.
Yeah,
I know.
care calls, right?
Hmm.
Yet,
You
yet.
should. And what happened to those care calls? Actually, we should talk about that to your COI, to your sphere of influence, your center of influence. You should
Drop the
still
care
be
pack.
making those care calls.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
should.
just checking in. I
Yeah,
wanted to hear your voice.
because I miss
How's
you.
how's the home coming along?
You know what? How many of your home buyers, especially if you're a listing agent, how many home buyers are really like adopting by even caring about what they did with the new house? Oh, that's a question right here.
That's a really good question.
Adopt a buyer.
Adopt a buyer. I'm gonna adopt a homeowner.
Yeah, you're adopting this buyer that's now a homeowner, and yes, you should have a relationship with that new homeowner because you
Yo,
had a relationship with that home seller for that particular house. So why not
mind explosion. Adopt a sire.
adopt a homeowner? Yes,
We
why
got
not?
send
Okay.
them we gotta send them a handwritten letter every month. Hey, just checking in.
Yes, you should know. Wouldn't
Here's
you
a
want to
picture of me
know
and my family.
wouldn't you want to know what they did with the house?
I do. I still have people that bought fixer uppers that I took a video of their property and I'm waiting for them to give me access so
You
that
know
I can
what?
take the
Then
new
call
videos.
them. Call them. I was thinking. I'm like,
Call them
yeah.
right now.
Now I think you're pretty much done with the renovation.
You
Let
have
me
to be
check
done with
what
it
you
right now.
did, or just it's time. Like, let me see what you did. Really, really, like, so
Yeah.
proud of you guys for getting into homeownership. Let's see what you did. And that's a great conversation starter.
I love
And
it.
then you slide in, who do you know?
Come on, somebody else wants to purchase their own home, their American dream. Who do you know that needs me?
I know. But guys, there are so many things we could do, like those pub buys right now, to pass customers that were not even yours. Why not? They bought a house that was your listing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You should be at least half interested. I would want to do. And guess what? I mean,
Funny you
like
said
that
that.
new owner is going to be so proud that somebody remotely cares.
Yo, it's funny you said that because next week I'm actually throwing a pizza party for this building manager, and I'm gonna be inviting all the past clients that I did sales with to come by and have pizza with us.
You
So it's
should.
like it's like a little
A
pizza
little
party.
appreciation party. It's
Hell
amazing.
yeah.
It's
So
amazing.
we're gonna set that up.
Yeah.
Woo, pizza next week. Let's go. I'm excited.
All right. Let's have a great freezing weekend. How is it? I'm going to Vegas
Are
on
you
Sunday.
serious?
Vegas, baby. What is it, Flood Watch? What happened here? Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
anyway, so by the way, like I'm gonna give you a heads up to everybody,
It's gonna be
to
cold all
the
day
three,
today.
to the 5 people that are watching us right now. Oh, it's gone. So I'll be in Vegas and coming back on Friday morning at 8 o'clock, and it's gonna be interesting because I'm taking the red eye flight from Vegas. Anyway, look at this. Where is
Whoa! What the hell is happening?
I don't know. I had to tell everybody that I'm leaving for Vegas and I'm coming back on Friday. I'm taking the red eye, landing in New York at 8. You know what that means? It means I'm gonna, with my suitcase, go to the office and do the live off the plane. So that's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
epic. It's gonna be epic. But I have no
Well.
choice, and we'll do that.
You're talking about next week, Friday.
Uh-huh.
Holy cow, man. Well, you're leaving on Sunday. It's just going to be windy, so you should be okay.
Yeah.
But it's going to be raining tomorrow.
It's
At
okay.
least it's going to warm up. It's going to go up to 52, but it's going to rain.
Yeah. All right. I think it's time. It's time for us to say time. to
Arrivederci.
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 Everybody, like, start doing those open houses. It's perfect. Let's sell those homes. Let's talk to
I
more
don't care.
homeowners.
Listen, I don't care. Let me grab this camera real quick. I don't care if you have a rental. Go do an open house and get people in. All right?
I don't know if that angle was good. I don't know. You have to rewatch that video. Sort of the angle grabbed the tip of your nose. That was really interesting.
Go like this. You ready? You ready? Yo, look, man, you gotta do the open houses.
All right, we gotta go.
All right, folks. Enough of that. Enough playing around. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it as always. Love you guys. Have a great Friday and enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.